Besides being two successful boxers who will face each other in December in one of the most anticipated fights in the boxing world, Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua are two powerful moguls who know how to leverage their fame to multiply their wealth. But have you ever stopped to think about which one of them has the most luxurious life? In this video, you will watch a fierce battle between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. When it comes to investing in a good place to live, neither fighter spares any of their fortunes. But which one has lived in the most luxurious place? Jake Paul, for example. In May 2023, the fighter decided to invest in an impressive contemporary mansion in Dorado Beach, in the territory of Puerto Rico. At the property's entrance, you can notice sophistication in the spaced steps above a lake, leading to the mansion with over 12,000 square feet of interior space, completed in 2021. It features a custom structure with artisanal and architectural finishes. The property has living rooms with glass walls that provide plenty of natural light to the interior, while the kitchen has a chef's island and seating for casual meals. Among other amenities of the property are a dining room with doors leading to a side-sitting area, great for relaxing with more privacy, as well as a garage for 6 cars that Jake Paul intends to renovate. There's also a room with computers, a residential office with a private balcony, 8 spacious bedrooms, some with closets, and 12 luxuriously appointed bathrooms. Moving to the master suite, there's a private reading area, and the space has doors that open to the garden, integrating a bathroom with a bathtub, giant mirrors, and an outdoor shower. There's also a closet with glass doors where Jake can store his collection of shoes and clothes. The property also has a guest house, where you'll find a modern and cozy cinema room with a 120-inch TV, a bar with a counter, and shelves for drinks. The place also has a basement that serves as a game room, with old arcade machines, a pool table, and a baseball court next to it, which also doubles as a space for other sports. But the luxuries don't end there, as there's a complete studio for Jake to produce his music without leaving home, with large windows offering beautiful views. Going to the outside, the mansion is situated on a landscaped 1.1-acre plot, filled with charming spaces to relax and have fun. There's a patio with a large pool at the center of the recreation area, not forgetting the hot tub and a dining table near a barbecue. To acquire his current mansion, Jake Paul had to invest a lot of money. According to the media, the property belonged to Yadier Molina, who built it from scratch before deciding to sell it to Jake for approximately $16 million. Meanwhile, the most expensive mansion Anthony Joshua has lived in is the one in St. John's Wood, northwest London. Upon entering the property, there are spacious living rooms with chandeliers and fireplaces for cold days, as well as 7 luxurious bedrooms, with the master suite being very spacious, featuring an ensuite bathroom and an elegant mirrored closet. But that's not all. The mansion has an indoor swimming pool, a well-equipped gym, and other amenities, such as a wet bar. And to stay in this unique place, Anthony Joshua had to pay a high price. According to some sources, the athlete rented the mansion in 2017 for around £20,000 per week. And as reported by the media, the mansion was sold the following year for £22 million. Since Anthony Joshua did not own the mansion he lived in, Jake Paul wins this round. Point for him. Both boxers invest a lot of money in vehicles for their garages, but which one owns the most expensive cars? Joshua has been seen, for example, with several luxury vehicles, such as 2016 Range Rover Sport worth $42,000, 2017 Range Rover Vogue for $44,000, Audi A3 S-Line for $53,000, Range Rover Evoque for $55,000, Jaguar F-Pace for $59,000, 2020 Range Rover Sport for $68,000, Jaguar XJ for $75,000, Mercedes-Benz V-Class worth $89,000, Jaguar XJR worth $125,000, Porsche Taycan worth $140,000, and a Land Rover Defender worth $150,000. Raising the price, Anthony Joshua also owns a customized Range Rover SV Autobiography Dynamic, which has an estimated value of $200,000. Another car in Anthony Joshua's collection is a Rolls-Royce Ghost, a mega-luxurious sedan that stands out for its imposing appearance and high acceleration capacity, as it can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 4 seconds. And for those who want to enjoy a vehicle like this, you'll need to shell out around $350,000. The most expensive car he has been seen in is a Rolls-Royce Phantom limousine, a modern stretch vehicle that is often used by heads of state and celebrities. Inside, the car has handcrafted leather seats, as well as technological features for greater comfort. According to some sources, the car is valued at £600,000, around $800,000. Jake Paul, on the other hand, has a collection of motorcycles, which includes Suzuki AE50 for $1,500, Honda CRF for $7,500, Yamaha YZ250F for $8,500, Moto Guzzi V72 for $9,500, Honda CBR 1000RR for $16,500, and a Harley-Davidson CVO Limited for $29,000. As for cars, Jake Paul has been spotted with many vehicles over the years, such as Gem E4 for $17,400, Chevrolet Camaro for $30,000, Ford Thunderbird second generation for $35,000, Pontiac Catalina 2+2 for $36,000, Toyota Tacoma for $45,000, Mercedes-Benz Sprinter for $48,000, Toyota Tacoma TRD for $49,000, Ford Focus RS for $50,000, BMW M2 for $64,000, Ford Fairlane 500 Skyliner for $66,000, Chevrolet Corvette C7 for $79,000, BMW M4 for $82,000, Dodge Ram 1500 TRX for $85,000, Jeep Willys for $100,000, Tesla Model X for $130,000, Ferrari Testarossa for $180,000, Mercedes-Benz Maybach S580 for $200,000, Porsche 911 GT3 RS for $223,000, Lamborghini Urus for $230,000, Ferrari 458 Italia for $245,000, Ferrari 488 Spider for $291,000, Lamborghini Huracan for $300,000, Rolls-Royce Wraith for $329,000, Rolls-Royce Cullinan for $335,000, Lamborghini Huracan Performante for $349,000, Rolls-Royce Ghost for $350,000, Lamborghini Aventador for $400,000, Ferrari 296 GTB for $421,000, and a Rolls-Royce Phantom, an extremely elegant large sedan from the famous luxury car brand Rolls-Royce. The interior of the vehicle has impeccable finishing, with top-notch materials that bring a lot of sophistication to the environment. To have such a car, it may be necessary to spend over $450,000. Paul also owns a customized Ferrari SF90 Spider, one of the fastest cars manufactured by the company. The vehicle is equipped with a Super V8 engine, capable of accelerating from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds, reaching an unbelievable top speed of 211 miles per hour. And perhaps that's why a new one can surpass the $600,000 mark. One of the most expensive vehicles he was spotted driving is a Ferrari LaFerrari, a stunning vehicle with a modern and futuristic design, capable of enchanting anyone who likes sports cars. And it's not surprising that to have this incredible vehicle in the garage, it may be necessary to spend a small fortune, as Jake's car cost about $1.5 million. In addition to all these vehicles, he also acquired a giant military truck that was completely customized to suit his tastes. And according to some sources, Jake Paul's entire car fleet is valued at around $10 million. And because he has a collection of more expensive cars, Jake Paul wins this round. Point for him. Both athletes love to go on vacation aboard large boats, but which one invests more money in yachts? Jake Paul has been aboard, for example, the Off the Grid, a luxurious yacht of the Pershing 88 model, capable of cruising at a maximum speed of 40 knots. Renovated in 2008, the 88-foot yacht offers many amenities, with a focus on refined woodwork that makes the place even more comfortable. The vessel can accommodate up to 8 overnight passengers, who can distribute themselves in 4 cabins configured as suites, each with a modern private bathroom. The Off the Grid is not currently available on the market, and if Jake Paul bought it, he must have spent around $1.75 million. However, if he chose to rent it at the time, the influencer likely spent between $30,000 and $35,000 per week. At a higher price point, another vessel where Jake and his brother Logan were spotted having fun was the Flying Fox, ranking among the 15 largest yachts in the world. The mega yacht is 446 feet long, featuring a high-end curvilinear exterior design with many pleasant seating areas to enjoy the scenery at any time. Internally, the yacht follows the same sophistication as the external space, with a large lobby, a room with computers, a cozy cinema space, 11 cabins accommodating 25 people, and a 2-story spa area, including a massage room and other amenities. In addition to all this, the mega yacht has a 39-foot pool on the main deck and its own Airbus H-155 helicopter to transport passengers. To enjoy a few days on the Flying Fox, the Paul brothers must have spent a considerable amount of money, as the estimated weekly charter price exceeds $3 million. Anthony Joshua, on the other hand, also loves to charter luxury yachts when he is on vacation. And since they don't own any yachts, let's consider this round a tie. Both boxing stars like to travel in style on private aircraft, but who owns the most valuable jet? Anthony Joshua has been photographed, for example, in some helicopters, such as an Airbus AS365, an elegant means of air transport that can accommodate up to 12 passengers depending on the configuration adopted. In addition to being spacious, this helicopter also stands out for its safety and performance capacity, as it can travel at speeds of up to 165 knots. To enjoy a helicopter like this, you have to pay $3,500 for each hour of flight time. When it comes to private jets, the Boxer doesn't skimp either, as evidenced by the luxurious Under Armour jet he used during his arrival in Miami. It is a Gulfstream G550, one of the most modern and luxurious aircraft in the world. At 96 feet long, this air transport has a tall and spacious cabin with a compact kitchen, a dining area, and a living room. It can also carry up to 13 passengers. To purchase this jet, you would need to spend more than $40 million or charter it for up to $10,000 per hour. Jake Paul, on the other hand, has been seen with many aircraft models, such as Robinson R44 for $1,100 per hour, Eurocopter AS350 for $1,850 per hour, Hawker 800 XP for $3,500 per hour, Bombardier Challenger 605 for $8,400 per hour, Gulfstream G200, which costs up to $10,000 per hour, and many others. In addition to the rented aircraft, a jet that is speculated Jake may own is a Dassault Falcon 900, with which he has been photographed traveling after winning one of his fights. This aircraft is known to have 3 engines, providing even more safety and autonomy. The interior of the jet is also spacious and modern, accommodating up to 14 people. It's not entirely clear if Jake Paul actually owns the aircraft, as he travels in many types of jets. But if the influencer really owns this Dassault Falcon, he may have spent around $16 million. Since Jake Paul has his own private jet, he wins this round. In addition to being 2 great fighters, they are also successful businessmen, but which one has the most lucrative sources of income? Starting with Anthony Joshua. On Deering Street, for example, Joshua bought a 6,300 square foot building that includes a gastropub for £20 million. In addition, he acquired 73 New Bond Street, which cost an impressive £25 million, and the headquarters of oil company BP for another £30 million. Through his company 258 Investments, he also acquired 2 residential homes in North London and owns 3 homes in his hometown of Watford, where he earns good money as a landlord. But without a doubt, his biggest source of income, apart from boxing, is advertising deals, as he is very popular in the global media, with over 16.4 million followers on Instagram alone. And of course, he takes advantage of his visibility to earn millions of dollars from advertising contracts with major brands such as Under Armour, Beats by Dre, Lucozade, Hugo Boss, Jaguar, Bulk Powder, among others. And to get an idea of how much he earns, the star has a 5-year deal with the DAZN platform, which provides him with a total payment of around £100 million, or about $134 million. Jake Paul, he co-founded, for example, Anti-Fund, a capital company to raise money using platforms, Most Valuable Promotions, a company that promotes other fighters, and Becker, a media and sports betting company. When he steps into the ring to fight, Jake also boosts his earnings based on pay-per-view numbers and sponsorships. In the entertainment industry, Jake Paul invested in an acting career, participating in series like Disney Channel's Bizaardvark. In the music industry, he has released several singles, with the first one being It's Everyday Bro in collaboration with Team 10, which went viral in 2017 and reached position 91 on the Billboard Hot 100. Another major source of income for Jake Paul is undoubtedly his Instagram. For example, he is followed by more than 25 million users. Such popularity allows him to secure advertising deals with many brands, such as Rush Royale, and since we don't know for sure how much they earn from each business, let's consider this round a draw. As two powerful boxers who will face each other in December, there's no doubt that they have already earned a lot of money in their careers, but which one has the highest net worth? Jake Paul, for example, although the exact amount he makes from his social media videos in general is not known, it is well known that he receives substantial sums. Since he began dedicating himself to boxing, the influencer has raked in true fortunes from the sport. Among the amounts he pocketed per fight are $1.2 million against Nate Robinson, $1.5 million against Anderson Silva, $2 million against Tyron Woodley, and $3 million against Tommy Fury, plus 65% of the pay-per-view earnings. In recent years, considering boxing, sponsorships, and social media, his earnings continue to increase. In 2018, Jake Paul earned $21.5 million, while in 2021, his income rose to an impressive $45 million. It's no wonder that in these 2 years, the athlete was considered by Forbes as the second highest paid YouTuber. Between September 2022 and September 2023, it is speculated that he received, without considering deductions, over $34 million. Although no one knows for sure what Jake Paul's current total fortune is, some sources estimate that he has a net worth of approximately $80 million. Anthony Joshua is not far behind in this contest. The amounts that the Briton received in his early years of competition, for example, have never been disclosed. But considering that he turned down £50,000 to turn professional in order to win more medals, it is quite likely that his salaries at the time did not reach that amount. After turning professional in 2013, Anthony Joshua quickly built an enviable reputation as a boxer, and his salaries increased as his popularity grew. To give you an idea of the biggest payouts he has received per fight, they are $12.5 million against Robert Helenius, $12.5 million against Jermaine Franklin, $12.5 million against Carlos Takam, $18.75 million against Vladimir Klitschko, $20 million against Joseph Parker, $24.8 million against Andy Ruiz Jr. $25 million against Alexander Povetkin, $40.6 million against Alexander Usyk II, $50 million against Francis Ngannou, and up to $57.5 million against Andy Ruiz Jr. II. And although no one knows exactly how much Anthony Joshua has earned throughout his career, some sources estimate that he has a net worth of $150 million, while other more up-to-date websites suggest that the British star's fortune has already exceeded $200 million. And for accumulating a greater fortune, Anthony Joshua wins this last round. At the end of this fight, we have 3 points for Anthony Joshua against 5 points for Jake Paul, making him the winner of this battle. But if you believe there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, Dios to satisfy your curiosity.